That 3-2 is sliced on the ground. That's going to be a base hit. A tough play for Alfalo to make, and around the bases they're going to go. Fideli being waved home. He will score into second safely with a double is Stobley. And just of his 20th career win, he is closing in on the all-time record. And that one's hit right back up the middle by Fideli. It's a base hit, and he's on base with a leadoff single. Average below 300 like the rest is at home. It's just like at the MLB level in terms of how that works. As that one's chopped at the middle. Alfalo looks to down March. Still plenty of action coming up in April as that one is lined on the ground. It's a base hit for Drokas here in the second, as that one's going to be hit into center field. Coming on to try and grab it is Rodriguez. He will not be able to. 2 runs going to come home. It's going to be a 2 RBI single for Fideli. And that's going to be lifted into left by Stobley, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Getting over there to grab it is Roberge. He fires in, but it's going to be a stand-up double for Stobley, his second of the game, from being any more here. That one's going to be lined right back up the middle, and more damage will be done as Grudadaria is going to have an RBI single up the middle. And Albert's going to chop that one on the ground. It's going to be a tough one for Rivera. He comes in to grab it, and he's just going to eat it. That's going to be an infield single, as Albert had the speed, and that one's going to be hit into right field line drive, and that's going to get down. Walker going to get his second hit of the day. He's into second safely, he's into first safe. That one's going to be hit up the middle, and that's in the air deep. Trailing back to get it is Rodriguez. It's over his head. Drury going into second for 2. And he's got himself a double to start off the 5th inning. He's career win. He would then be 2 away as that one out the fly of the bat. Drokas hits that one over the head of Roberge into left field. He strolls in safely with a double. Swung on and lined over third base. It's a base hit. Roberge picks it up in left field near the foul line. Coming around to score is Drokas. That one's on the ground to short. Alfalo picks it, fires over to first, and retires Stobley, but a run comes across. And this year at all into a situation that they are not used to yet. As that one's going to get into the hole as Drury down the left field line, He's going to stroll in the second with the double. Coming around to score is Grudadaria, and that is going to make it a 4-run game now in some instances, which could be that today. That one's lifted in the air to left field. Going back to try and get his Roberge. It's going to be off the base of the wall. Rounding third and trying to score is Gigello. The cutoff goes to Alfalo. Gigello's across the plate with the score. Like we said, kind of trying to pitch by committee in this doubleheader as you get ready for a big Tuesday matchup, as that one's lined into left field by Grudadaria, and the run's going to score some of them up for baseball, as that one is skied into left field. Going over to give chase is Roberge. He can't get there, and that's going to be a RBI double for Gigello. That one's hit back to right, and then it's going to go through the gap up the middle. It's a base hit. Coming around to score is Gigello from second. 2-1. On the ground, and they were shading over. Alfalo was over near the second base, and then it's going to be misplayed. It looks like the runner was coming home either way. Roberge misplayed the ball, but it's going to be a 2-run single. Lined into right field. Sosa came in at first for it and then went back out, and that's going to be good enough for a sacrifice fly. And that one's high for a ball, and that'll walk in a run. So it's now a 6-run game, which that one is skied into right field. Chasing after is Sosa and Vega. No one's going to be able to get there. It dunks in for a hit. Now that one's chopped over into the gap. It's going to be an RBI single for Stobley. And another bobble by Roberge. The runner was coming home anyway, so that'll be 2 more runs. And that one's lined up the middle. That's going to be a base hit, and 2 more runs are going to score for the Owls on the RBI single by Drury.